brother. Thanks for being on. Kaggan Parker, excited to have you on, Rockstar. So for those who don't know Kaggan's been here almost as long as I've been here, since the very beginning. What's up? I appreciate you being on. And just for all of you to hear, she's someone that's built a massive business, built an elite business, a massive pod. She's had her challenges just like me, just like Maddie, just like Amanda. And she's not just surviving, she's thriving, she's crushing it. I know she's laser focused right now. You know, her and her team are absolutely crushing. I love being a part of her team chats and seeing her go live all the time and always showing up. You know, she's a mom, she's a wife, she's a boss, she's a leader, and I know she really wants to help all of you that want to rank up and bank up. You want to build an elite team. You want to grow with Modere, and she's got a lot of energy. She's always a lot of fun, and I'm excited for you guys to hear from Kaggan Parker. Kaggan, I'll turn it over to you. Excited to have you on. Thanks for being available.
Can I just take a second to say that your little bits of insight into, like, kind of the psychology behind why we doubt ourselves has been so important for me today. Like, I just needed to hear it. So you've done your job for sure, for me at least. What's up, guys? Like John said, my name is Kaggan Parker. I have no network marketing experience outside of Modere. I think that when people see my ranks, they are like, oh, she, you know, X, Y, and Z, or has probably been doing this forever. Like, nope, I've been with Modere for 7 years. I failed my way to Platinum Black 3. I failed my way to Elite 3, like, flat on my face multiple times. There have been times where I wanted to quit. There have been nights I've gone to bed crying. But more than that, there have been victories, like, you would not believe, getting to bring my husband home, getting to be a full-time family, being able to pay for my kids' private school, being able to buy my husband a truck, like, you know, just add all the little things together, and Modere's changed my life. When I started this business, I was sad. I was depressed. I had just weaned my youngest child from breastfeeding for, like, way too damn long, and was kind of in that phase of life where it was like, well, my kids don't need me to for food anymore. Of course, they need me in here to survive, but they were walking, they were talking, you know, you get to that point of, like, what am I good for? And so I stumbled across one of my girlfriends on Facebook talking about how this BioCell had, like, really changed her skin. And I could see it. I could see it on her face. Like, she had kind of like a, how do I say this nicely? She had some acne scarring, right? And her face was glowing. It wasn't as noticeable. The deep circles around her eyes were not as dark. And I was like, all right, sis, like, hook me up. Tell me what this is. And she said, well, she sent me the link, and I saw the Lean Body. Well, back then it was the M3 Plus Trim, right? I saw the weight loss system. I said, have you tried the weight loss system? She was like, no. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to try it. So I actually enrolled with my first order because she was not afraid to ask the extra question, right? She said, hey, before you enroll, you want to spend an extra $40 and become an affiliate like me. I know that you've got those 2 little boys and your husband works all the time. This could be just a cool way for you to bring in some extra money. I was like, yeah, why not? So I signed up, put it on a credit card. That first month, I paid off that credit card all the way, all the one that we've been making minimal payments on. So I saw success pretty fast, right? Or at least I got excited very fast and was like, I can do this. I can do this. Within 11 months, I went to Elite 1, and then I sat there for 2 years and thought, I cannot do this. There's just this wall, this plateau, this thing I cannot get over, right? And you might be thinking that when it comes to your builder rank or your sales rank, it's like, this is it. That was the pinnacle. And you watch your business kind of slide down month to month, or you start to see, like, ebbs and flows of it, right? You see 1 month you're Platinum 1, the next month you're struggling for gold, and then the next month you're Platinum 2, right? And you kind of see how that ebb and flow of your business is going. And I sat at Elite 1 for 2 years, and we got really excited on TikTok, you guys, like really excited about it right when it first came out. And my best friend and teammate, Amanda Nicole Morris, got on TikTok and went to, like, I don't even know, y'all, like a couple 100,000 followers overnight. And her customer pod went to like 90K in CP points. And I was like, that's it, I'm doing TikTok. So we got really focused, and there was a group of us, so we started posting on TikTok consistently. And they were ads, you guys. We weren't worried about being spelled spammy or salesy or gross. We were excited. And so we were doing the trends with the spoon, and we were lip syncing and learning the dances, and we were just having a freaking blast with it, right? And then TikTok kind of changed over, right? The people, everybody was on TikTok and everybody was getting excited about it, but the people that were really growing were telling stories, right? The way that Amanda told you, she was telling her story, and she's doing it in stories. And I think that's so smart. If you've not taken notes on anything, get out your pen and paper right now or open the notes section of your phone and write down, stop selling, start telling. Tell people your story. People want to go on this with you. So I'm going to give you some real quick. I gave you kind of my background. We went to Elite 3. My highest customer pod month has been 125K in customer pod points. It's been insane. I maintained Platinum Black 2 for 2.5 years. And then I kind of really, like Maddie said, I kind of stopped. Kind of just was riding on those residuals. And I kind of went into management mode, which we all know is like the death of your business, right? And so that was kind of rough. My husband went back to work. We had to have some serious conversations, right? It got really low, got really dark around here. And then I got new life breathed into my business in February. And we are rocking with this. We're so excited about it. My team is pumped up again for the first time. Nate Frazier, if you guys have not listened to that man talk, his brain is so sexy. I mean, he just says all the right things. He's wonderful. I'm so excited for these new products he's releasing, for potentially lowering prices, for all of the stuff that we've got going on. John, don't get mad at me, but I got to tell them, I even heard on a call yesterday that there might be something going on with some structure requirements and how it might be easier for us to rank. I was like, what? This is so exciting. So if you don't have the fire in your belly for your business right now, please start doing whatever you got to do to stroke that flame, because you are in the right business at the right time. It could not be better. So let me give you some content tips, right? I've only got 250K followers on TikTok and about little less than 14K on Instagram and about 7 on Facebook. But this is what I'm implementing. And maybe you can just go on this ride with me. Keep me updated as you're doing it. But for me, the biggest thing with content on any of the big 3 platforms is going to be value content. Pick something you want to learn about. If you guys were on the last Saturday, a Super Saturday, Cindy Curry was talking a lot about how she just decided to start talking about castor oil, and her Instagram went to 6 digits. Her follower count to 6 digits within months because she picked something that was trendy, something that people were talking about, something that she was interested in, and she started learning about it and sharing her experience with it on top of sharing how her bio saw, right? She didn't change what she was doing. She just added another content pillar, another topic to talk about. So find something that you can get excited about. For me, was learning how to fit what I wanted to eat into my diet. Like Maddie says she's allergic to sweat. 100% I was allergic to sweat. But I was also allergic to the thought of having to give up my potato chips or having to give up my Dr. Peppers. All of those things kept me from wanting to really lose weight or really getting serious about losing weight, right? The want is always there. So I started trying to figure out how I could learn how I could fit those things into my diet and still lose weight, right? And the supplements are the biggest part of that for me. I've lost over 100 pounds, you guys. My very heaviest, I was over 220 pounds. I'm 4'11". I barely weigh 120 now. It's like a completely different person. I look at myself in the mirror sometimes and I'm like, I cannot believe that I look like this. The supplements, and I've kept the weight off for over 5 years with Hashimoto's, lupus, and asthma. So it's about learning how to share that and also learning something that people want to know. So what is your biggest hang-up when it comes to your health, your wealth, your life, that you know there's something out there that can fix it, and you're dedicated to learning how to fix it? Start sharing that, right? I've got a girl on my team who's just getting into working out. She got diagnosed with something that their doctor told her, you need to start working out for it. She's like, okay. But she's nervous about sharing that she's going to start exercising when she's been talking about supplements and how they've changed her life. The thing with whether you're stuck in your rank in your business, you're stuck with your want in your business, or you're stuck with your weight or your whatever's going on physically with you, to get to that next level, John always says new levels, new devils. But for me, that new level is going to require something extra from you, right? And with our nutrition business, what we coach our clients on all the time is it doesn't have to be all in right this second. Take 2 or 3 things that you're going to do every day. And when those 2 or 3 things are habit, add 2 or 3 more. And slowly start building. You didn't gain that weight overnight. I didn't hit Elite 1 overnight, right? But I did it slowly over time. I started perfecting my skills, perfecting what I was doing. It made it become habit to where it was second nature. I wasn't even having to think about it. So if you can start doing that with your, whether that's your MMOs, your money-making, or MMAs, right, money-making activities, or whether that's with your weight or whatever you've got going on, you will see the big changes. Little things add up to big changes all the time. So for me, like I said, it was learning how to fit what I wanted into my diet. So what's a plaguing question you have about your own health or wellness? Start learning it and sharing it. So that's going to be your value content, right? And then next to that, I wrote down sales content. And I want you to stop being afraid of being spammy, because people are not seeing, there's so much content going through any of the major social media platforms, they're not seeing 90% of what you're posting. So if you're only posting a sales post every 10 posts, every 5 posts, the chances are they're only going to see the 9th one of that. They're not going to see the 4 or 7 in between. So don't be afraid of it, especially on short-form video content. And then I've got a few more tips here that's not related to content that I just think have really helped me dive back into my business that I want to give you guys. And the first one's related to follow-up. Please stop being afraid to follow up. Like, please, because if you're scared of it, then that shows a lack of belief in your business. When I'm following up with my customers, or my team members, whether that's automated through something like Project Broadcast, or that's me manually pulling a report and telling people, hey, you have product credits, like, let's get those spent, baby. That money is burning a hole in my pocket. I am creating an extra level of connection with them. I'm creating that extra level of trust. That person knows that I not only care about them getting the physical results that they want, but I also care about the impact to their wallet, and I want to make sure that they're satisfied with their product. A follow-up is always an opportunity for an upsell, right? And I will tell you, there are times if I do 10 follow-ups a day, there's going to be one every other day that's like, I'm not sure that this is working here. I don't think I like it, or I can't take it, or whatever. Okay. Let's figure out what we can do, right? If we're struggling with some part of this, maybe we need to stop taking the burn and adding carb blockers, or maybe, right? And I can turn around and turn that sell into an upsell, and now that person's got that product in their kitchen or on their shelf or somewhere, and they might come back to it later, but now they've got this new product they're excited about that they're going to see it benefits with, because every single product we have is dynamite, right? The protein could taste better, but every single thing we have is dynamite. And there's just power in it. There's power in knowing your products, and there's power in being able to help people pivot in every aspect of your life. So just don't be scared of it. And figure out the way that makes it work for you, whether you're writing people's names down manually, putting them in the note section of your phone, like I said, or you're relying on something like Project Broadcast or your reports from your back office. It doesn't matter. But you need to have a list, which is my next one. Make a list, right? It's so important. That is your business, right? People talk all the time about our business is our network marketing company. No, Modere is a business. My business is my contact list and how I can communicate clearly and effectively with my contact list. So make your list and keep it updated, right? That is your holy grail. Also want to tell you to stop relying on scripts and talk to people like a human. When people can tell that you've copy and pasted something to them, and it makes them immediately get a little defensive or put them a little on edge with the next things that are going to come out of your mouth. Stop feeling like you have to have a script or you have to know exactly what to say. You don't. Fumble your way through it. That is so relatable. That's going to also open the door so much more for people to be able to create a conversation about maybe finances or about a business opportunity as well, right? When I asked my enroller, have you tried the weight loss? She could have very easily been like, oh my gosh, yes, I've heard all these things about it. It's so great. But she said, no, I haven't. But cool. I'm going to try it then, right? And that also gave us that opportunity to even have that conversation. So start talking to people like you're talking to your best friend, like you're talking to maybe your kid, right? If they're younger than you, talk to people the way that you would want to be talked to. Just be a human. And then, okay, now I've got 3 tips, right? And these are going to be for you to utilize today before the sale ends at midnight. So one thing that I used to do all of the time, and this is money, this is genius, but I got out of the habit of doing it, but I used to go back and I used to comment on my old posts and videos, and I would go back years, you guys. So every comment, right, maybe those misleads, those people that were sitting on the fence like John was talking about, I would go back on that post and I'd leave a comment that would say something like, buy one, get one pineapple trim plus free spoon and free shipping. If you're interested, shoot me a message or this comment. And I would comment on every single sales post that I have made for years on all 3 platforms. It's huge. You will get people restarting conversations so fast who are ready to order because maybe the time wasn't right for them then, but it is now. The next thing that I do is I search Messenger for keywords. And this works on Instagram-ish, but it works the best on Facebook. But I would go through Messenger and I would type in like liquid waist trainer, or I would type in trim or biocell or collagen. And those conversations of where you have said that or somebody has said that to you will pop up. And you can go and you can follow up. Hey, I know last time we talked about, insert product here, you can actually get it on sale. Since you haven't ordered in 6 months, you can get it for $25 off and free shipping, plus get $25 to spend on your next order. And that $25 credit will be in your account tomorrow. Do you want to give it a shot? Because, I mean, I don't know about you, but saving $50 is pretty awesome, right? We can go back and restart those conversations. And then the last one, this is so huge for you guys that maybe have enrolled dead legs, right? I love this conversation about rebuilding and all of the dead legs people have because I'm like, they're not dead. They just need to be revived. They need you to breathe some life into them. So go back and text message, pull out your phone, send them a good old-fashioned text message, your team, with information that they might not be reading in your team chat because they've turned off notifications or they've left it. Shoot them a message and be like, hey, I just wanted you to see it's the final few hours of this buy one, get one pineapple trim with free spoon promo. And since you haven't ordered in the last 6 months, you could get up over $25 off. You're going to start reactivating conversations. People are going to start asking about the new rewards program and how the heck they're earning $25 off instead of $10 off. They're going to be able to kind of breathe some life into those conversations. So don't be scared to reach out to those people, and don't take them off your follow-up list. Just because they're on your team now doesn't mean anything, right? We still got to keep breathing life into that. So that's what I've got for you guys. I hope you got some value out of it today. Let me know, John.
Totally amazing. You knocked it out of the park. The chats are blowing up. Y'all,